So in this video, we'll be going over a neat little trick for how to calculate cross products. But before we do, why do we even care about calculating cross products? Well, they show up in probably your vector calculus class, so you need to learn them in order to do well in school. But they show up a lot in all sorts of domains in physics. So they show up in electromagnetism, they show up in mechanics, and they're going to keep showing up in really any of the physical sciences or engineering. If you're in engineering, you will almost certainly need to calculate cross products on a somewhat regular basis. So in this video, we're going to learn a fairly easy way, or the way that I like to calculate them. And that starts with this little circle here. So x goes to y, which goes to z, which goes back to x. And so these are the unit vectors in the x, y, and z direction. You might also know them as I, j, and k. That is an alternative notation that I think is somewhat less sane. So really all we need to remember for calculating cross products is this single picture here. So what this picture says is that the x hat unit vector crossed with the y hat unit vector is equal to z. And similarly, z crossed with the x hat unit vector is equal to the y hat unit vector. And just for effect, y hat crossed with z hat is equal to x hat. Now, this diagram has a direction. So what if we go the other direction? What if we oppose the flow that we've created here? Well, if we take, for example, x hat crossed with z hat, so we're going now in the opposite direction, then this is equal to negative y hat. And similarly, z hat crossed with y hat is equal to negative x hat. And finally, y hat crossed with x hat is equal to negative z hat. And so this diagram, if we go in the correct direction, so we go clockwise, then we don't have a negative sign. If we go in the opposite direction, so z cross y, then we pick up a negative sign. And lastly, any unit vector crossed with itself is just 0. So x cross x, or x hat cross x hat, y hat cross y hat, and z hat cross z hat. They're all equal to 0. So let's do some examples to see how this works in practice. So let's say that we have one vector, which is 5 times x hat, and we want to cross it with another vector, let's say 2z hat. How would we do this? Well, numbers are just numbers, so they multiply. So this is just 5 times 2, and then we have our x hat cross with z hat. And so 5 times 2 is just 10. And x hat cross z hat, if we go back to our diagram, so we've got x, and then y, and then z, and then back to x. We see that we're going backwards for this diagram, so we pick up a negative sign. So x cross z is equal to negative y hat. So 10 times negative y hat, or negative 10 y hat. And this is indeed what you get when you cross these two vectors. Now, what if you have multiple components? So let's say we have 2x hat plus 3y hat, and we want to cross that with, I don't know, let's say 4y hat. Well, you can multiply these out distributively, just like you could if these were just regular numbers. So this is just equal to 2 times 4, and then x hat cross y hat. So that's the first term being multiplied out. And then the second term, which is 3, so plus 3 times 4, y hat cross y hat. And as we said before, anytime you cross a unit vector with itself, you get 0. So this is just 0. And this we end up 8 times, and then we look at our diagram, x hat cross y hat, that just gives us z hat. And so we're left with the vector 8z hat. Finally, let's just do one more example, a little more complex. Let's say 3x hat plus 2y hat. We want to cross this vector with let's say 1y hat plus 2z hat. And so now, because we've got two components here and two components here, there's going to be 4 total terms. And so the first one is going to be our 3x cross 1y, so 3 times 1 x hat cross y hat. The second one is going to be our 2y hat crossed with 1y hat, so plus 2y hat cross, or let's say 2 times 1 y hat cross y hat. And then our third term is going to be this one here, so plus 3 times 2 x hat cross z hat. Let's write that underneath. 3 times 2 x hat cross z hat. And then our final term is going to be these two. So 2 times 2 y hat cross z hat. And so for each of these terms, I can just look at my diagram. So we have x cross y, that just makes z. So 3z hat. Now we've got 2 times 1, which is 2. And y hat cross y hat, which is 0. So 2 times 0, or just 0. For this third term, we've got x cross z, so we're going backwards, which means we pick up a negative sign. So plus 6 times negative y hat. And then our last term, we've got 4, which is 2 times 2, and then y cross z, we're going in the right direction, so that's just a positive x hat. And so this 0 goes away, and we're left with 3z hat minus 6y hat plus 4x hat. And that's our answer. And so even with fairly complicated vectors, you can break it down sort of one by one. Now, this tends to be easier if you've got a relatively small number of components. So if one vector has only 2 components or only 1 component, then this is a very easy way of calculating the cross product. If you have 3 components in each of your vectors, then it's a little more challenging. So this is better suited to calculating vectors with a relatively small number of components. Finally, I'd like to thank all my patrons on Patreon. Your support is greatly appreciated, and it is you who makes these videos possible. If you aren't currently a patron, to get early video access, behind-the-scenes footage, exclusive content, and join a like-minded community, click the link on screen or in the description below. Thanks for watching.